What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Zero Lab. Today we're taking a look at a fighting type deck in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Fighting type hasn't always been the best type in any of the versions of the Pokemon TCG. Has a lot of issues, often just not the greatest attackers or energy acceleration, but in the Mythical Island set we did get a new fighting type EX in the Aerodactyl EX, and we're going to be checking that out today, see if we can get some wins in the Emblem event with it. And here we're playing one Mew EX, just a good attacker against things like Mewtwo, Charizards, those sorts of things. We have a 2-2 Primeape line in here. The Primeape has the fight back attack for 2 fighting energies. If this Pokemon has damage on it, this attack does 60 more damage to do 100 for 2 on a Stage 1/1 Prizer. And then we have a 2-2 Aerodactyl line in here. Obviously, Aerodactyl evolves from the old Amber. Aerodactyl has the Primeval Law ability. Your opponents can't play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve their active Pokemon. That could be a little bit disruptive to our opponents, but often I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. There's a lot of easy retreating in the game with X speeds and Leaf and those sorts of things, and if you know you're playing against Aerodactyl EX, you can sort of prepare for playing around that ability. But then it also has the Land Crush attack for 80 for a fighting and a colorless energy. So I think this deck can be pretty interesting. One thing I'd like to play around it with potentially is playing the Marshadow in here as well. Marshadow does the same amount of damage as Primeape, but it does it for 2 energy on a basic, and it doesn't need damage counters on it. It just needs to have one of your Pokemon knocked out last turn. So I think that could be an option to go in here as well. But round out the list, we have 2 Potion, 2 X Speed, 2 Pokeball, 2 Old Amber, 2 Research, 1 Giovanni, and 2 Sabrinas. So we're going to jump into the Emblem event here and see if we can get a few wins with this new Aerodactyl EX with that Primeval Law ability. So jumping into our first game here. See what we're going up against. Coin flip looks like it is a heads, so we are going first. Starting our Mew, have Sabrina, Giovanni, Primeape in hand, so not a great hand, honestly. Looks like we're going up against an Articuno deck. Drawn into Pokeball, this could find us, will find us a Mankey. So that's good. Mankey is pretty funny how the Primeape's attack interacts with Articuno's attack. Articuno's going to do bench damage to us when it uses Blizzard, which is going to power up our Primate's attack. So that's pretty good for us. Misty, turn 1 Misty would be rough if they get a couple heads here. Tails immediately, though, always lucky on our side of the board for sure. Pokeball coming down. I'm going to find another Articuno EX. Attach for turn and a pass back to us. Finding another Mankey here. That's great. And evolve there. And then I just want to consider something. So if we attach for turn to Mew, they 2-shot our Mew with Blizzard. I want to start attaching to our Mew. I'm worried it's not worth it, but we're going to do it. I don't know that we're going to get to the genome hacking quickly enough to matter. And then we're left with a Primeape that doesn't have enough energy on it, potentially. Obviously, we haven't found our Aerodactyls, which is what we want to be attacking with in this deck. Anyway, another Misty come down. Let's hope for another Tails. Otherwise, I'm going to feel pretty dumb that we attached to Mew. That was part of the reason I didn't want to attach to the Mew, because if they get the Blizzard off this turn, Tails. They don't get the Blizzard off this turn. But if they had gotten the Blizzard off this turn, it would have been tough for us. I'm hoping that they don't play a Giovanni or just don't find it. Otherwise, attaching to the Mew has been for naught anyway. I guess I could just go into Mankey. No, that's dumb because oh, I can potion to avoid the Giovanni. So I was thinking if I go into Mankey, I set up damage on the Articuno to then Giovanni Primeape, but they wouldn't need to Blizzard to knock out the Mankey because it would do 10 damage to itself. They could just Ice Wing. See what they choose to do here. If they like retreat out of this Articuno or something, they're down all their Misties, so they can't really do that. They have to Blizzard here. So that puts us in a pretty good spot because we are going to Blizzard them right back. But I guess we don't really have... Yeah. Starting the Mew there sucked. Honestly, we really got to get Aerodactyl out early. Giving up the Mew here just means we lose the game because we don't have anything else powered up. That's kind of dumb on my part, but it's the problem with decks that don't have energy acceleration, right? You're just attaching for turn and kind of hoping to outrace your opponent, but when you go second, or when you go first, you can't really do that. We're going to send up the old Amber because what we need to win is to draw into Aerodactyl, basically. Okay. That works. I mean, we just lose anyway, but yeah, there's the Sabrina. That'll be game. Dang, fighting type decks stink in TCG Pocket. Not even Aerodactyl can help them, right? We'll see. That might not have been a very representative game of this deck. Let's go into game 2 and see what we can do. Yeah, I think any deck that just doesn't have energy acceleration is going to have a tough time, aside from like something like Pikachu where it's got such a strong attack for just 2 energy. That's why water-type decks, grass-type decks weren't very good until now we have the Superior, and they've become very good. Fire-type decks are all right because we got the Moltres. Water-type decks are good because we got Misty. Psychic-type decks work because we have Gardevoir. And Dark-type decks have been working because Coffee just attacks for 1 energy. So we are going second here, starting the Mankey. That's good. If they don't have something that can attack us turn 2, we can use the Reckless Charge to power up our Primeape. If we top deck a Giovanni, our Mankey can one-shot this Eevee with weakness. Another Eevee coming down. Pass back to us. All right, we've got the Aerodactyl EX in hand. I'm going to research here. Find Mankey and Giovanni. We're going to risk it. We're just going to go for the Reckless Charge. See if it works out in our favor because we have Sabrina in hand to bring up something else, which is pretty cool. Could hurt us though if they have like Misty plus Starmie EX. But no, it's just research, so we're all right. All right, we've got double Primeape now. And we are going to Sabrina. They should probably just send up the Starmie, but they might not want us to hit into it, but we don't have anything else powered up. But if they send up the Vaporeon, they can't get out of it, and that gives us time to power something else up. And alright, we got the fight back for 100. This Primeape is going to go down to Starmie next turn, but they're not going to have much going for them once we get our Aerodactyl powered up and knock out that Starmie ourselves. Hopefully. Misty, we need tails on this for sure. There it is. All right. Huge for us there. And we'll send up the Primeape. Can't let them hit into our Aerodactyl yet. Uncle Sabrina just to buy herself some time, potentially. Because if they just attach retreat out of the Staryu, we're all right. And they can't evolve the Staryu because of our Aerodactyl. Okay, we're going to attach to Primeape. I'm not going to attach the Mew because we just can't really use it. See what they do here. If they just smack again with the Staryu, I think we win. If they retreat out of the Staryu, I think we win. Yeah. Go for the continuous steps here. All right. And now we will take the knockout. I'm actually going to potion this. I didn't want them attacking with one prizer next turn. I want them attacking with a two prizer. And like to get a KO now, they have to attack with the Starmie, which gives us the win with Aerodactyl. Finneon coming down. They're just going to retreat into the Finneon. Oh, they do have a second Misty. I thought they'd used all their Misties. Tails. Dang. All right, they've got a fresh Starmie attacking into... Oh, wait. What? Oh, they didn't have the Starmie. I guess. I was going to say they could have retreated out of that into the other Starmie, but they didn't have it. And Land Crush will get us the game here. So we were able to win one game with this Aerodactyl EX deck. I have to say it doesn't feel like the most powerful deck I've played. Some of the new decks like Celebi just feel so strong when you get set up. This, when you get set up, you're just like hoping your opponent doesn't have it. Really is what it seems like. Fun deck nonetheless, but I do think fighting types still just aren't where it's at in TCG Pocket, sadly. I think they need a little bit more. Maybe we could see some energy acceleration, maybe just some better attackers, but fun to try out these new EX cards nonetheless. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.